And we'll go ahead and do another deep search here. GTA, since the release of GTA 4. The question is about counting Rockstar Games developers who left since GTA. Well, we don't want numbers, we want names. I want to see the key players that left, but if it's going to pop out names, then we don't. Yeah, I think it's still doing the name stuff. I don't know. So maybe we won't get our answer. Maybe the deep search is not what we're looking for here. Guys, we need you to lock in here. We're 250 days since GTA 6 Trailer 1. Oh, this might be too much thanking. It sucks waiting 13 years for the sequel, but what can you do? I'm sure it will be worth the wait. Yeah, well, if they delay the game, it's going to, it pushes the expectations higher. So you run that risk of saying, well, they push the game into a certain position. And here we go. I think we're going to get the answer here. We're going to have to reword this probably again. No, it's actually no. Here we go. It's getting names. I think we're figuring this out here. Yeah, we're seeing still a lot of numbers here. So it's going to break down the results here. It's going to break it down here, breaking down the credits here. Yeah, we're not looking for numbers. I don't know why it's putting numbers on the screen. We're not looking for numbers, homie. We're looking. We're looking for the. We're looking to see if the roster has changed here. We're not looking for numbers. This is crazy. Okay, key points here. Key points here. Hold on. There's a bunch of holy shit. It never ends. It never. It's just numbers on the screen, homie. I ain't reading that shit. The fuck. Yeah, it's a bunch of numbers. We didn't word it right. It's still on that number stuff. I don't know how to. Let's go ahead and hit. Let's go ahead and just turn that off. That deep search stuff. Who are the key developers that left at Rockstar Games? So let's try it this way, and maybe with that in mind, it'll since GTA 4, and then it should give us a list. Make a chart with names. Simple. You got to know how to really work this thing. And so, who are the key developers that left at Rockstar Games since GTA 4? And let's see what it does here with that information in mind. And it's still going to search here. Okay, simple chart. Here we go. This is what we're looking for. This is what we're looking for. Okay, Jamie King, this is what it says, left shortly before GTA 4's release. Leslie Benzies, key figure, and we know Leslie Benzies is putting out his GTA clone game or whatever that's called, Mindsci, or whatever that's called in the summer of this year. So I think he's gonna come out full steam ahead with that. We're gonna check that out. So Leslie Benzies, key figure in the development of GTA titles, including GTA 4 and 5, departed. Dan Hauser, major creative force behind GTA 4, 5, and other Rockstar titles. Laszlo Jones, longtime contributor by GTA's radio content and writing, left after nearly 2 decades. Michael Unsworth, senior writer for GTA 4, GTA 5, and Red Dead Redemption series, departed after 16 years. And they're still missing names. I mean, so the AI still can't do better research than the human, but because they're still missing names. I mean, it's a sad situation. But the new Rockstar, and you'll see this when GTA 6 comes out, whenever it does come out, you can find more people that left. I mean, the 3 creative directors, the the technical directors, they're all gone.
Help me clean our house.
Altercation, but this isn't the first time law enforcement has gotten involved with this couple's volatile relationship, and as resentments from the last visit spill over into the investigation, the question is whether the deputies can find the truth about the blood-splattered altercation before this toxic love affair gets any worse.
All I have to say, officer, is love can make you do some crazy things.
The following report is based on official law. On the evening of December 8, 2024, a disturbing call comes into 911 in Marion County, Florida.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
Will you have a second to say that it's okay? Is it okay? Is it okay? All right, it's okay. It's okay.
The call disconnects, but it's only a matter of time before another one comes in.
Please help me.
Hello, can you hear me?
You're done. Yeah, I am done.
Hello?
He's coming back for me. Help me.
Where are you?
You told me it's okay. It is you just lied to me. Send me to jail. No, I'm not. Yes, that's what you...
Once more, the call ends on an inconclusive note, but it's not long before the 911 lines are ringing again, and this time the caller is ready to talk.
Please send the police.
Okay, tell me exactly what's happened.
Thank you so much. Is not mentally well. They Baker acted him a few weeks ago. There was a huge incident with him, and we have tried to make something safe for me and come back to the property peaceably, but now he's attacking. I'm covered in my own blood. Yeah, he's not well.
And what's your relationship to him?
We have been friends for 12 years, and we're in a personal relationship. He is attacking the door. So he's hurt me. He's hurt the dog. I'm covered in my own blood, and please come.
The caller is 53-year-old Kerry Jenkins, and he's calling about his partner, 46-year-old Andrew Baldwin, who makes a 911 call of his own that night.
My partner, who was previously arrested for aggravated assault and battery, has attacked me again and covered myself and the entire RV in blood.
Deputies with the Marion County Sheriff's Office respond to the scene, where Kerry has locked himself in the camper and is refusing to come out.
And I'm telling you that as much as I would love to get you medical attention,
all right, then bring them.
I cannot do that until you open the door.
I'm not leaving the camper.
Okay.
I'm not safe.
This scene is not secure. I don't know if you have firearms in there, huh?
I'm not safe, and I'm going to call the police again.
If you call them, you're going to go to jail. I guarantee you.
Excuse me, if I call 911, I'm going to jail?
I guarantee you're going to jail if you call 911.
You're talking to law enforcement on scene. There's no need for you to call 911.
Kerry remains reluctant to cooperate with the police he called, and what he says next explains why the tension between he and the deputies will reach a crescendo before the night is through.
Will you please step outside?
No.
Do you understand that if you don't step outside, I cannot get you an ambulance?
Sorry, I'm not safe.
Why are you not safe?
Because the last time you guys came and I've asked for help for 4 other visits, I went to jail.
All 4 times?
No, I went to jail the last time. That was enough.
Okay.
So I'm not going to jail tonight.
Okay.
I was attacked.
How were you attacked?
I was attacked completely unprovoked.
Okay.
I was attacked for not vacuuming the floor.
So let's pause.
I am bleeding.
Let's
I
pause.
was attacked with a pipe. I was attacked with I was hit. I was hit in the face. I was hit over and over and over again. And I'm not doing it again.
Okay.
All right.
So from what it looks like to me,
violently attacked.
What it looks like to me is you are the victim.
Yes,
so
I am.
So I have no intentions of taking you to jail.
Thank you.
Though the deputy assures Kerry that he's safe to come out of the RV, he's not the only one claiming to be the victim in tonight's altercation.
What's going on? He did what again?
Tried to beat me up.
Tried to beat you up? How so?
Physically. And there's a battery power pack
back. He tried throwing it at me.
Are you injured?
I'm not. No.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. All right, just stay over here, all right? That's all right. Hey, bring it down. Bring it back down. Bring it back down. All right, bring it back down. Yeah, well. I understand. Yeah.
Here, Marion County. Only 18 days earlier, Marion County Sheriff's deputies responded to a similar call at this property, which ended with Carrie being arrested and charged with aggravated battery. And while those charges may have been dropped, Carrie is still suspicious of the responding cops.
Please help me. Please help me. Please help me.
Okay, come outside.
Walk out to the roadway so the medics can see it.
No, I don't want to go on the road. Please help me. I don't want to.
Okay, that's fine. You can stay here.
No, the last time
okay, just sit.
you guys
okay.
never news.
Sit.
Like, please,
sit.
just come to my home
You don't
and help
okay,
me.
Sit. Just
okay,
sit.
thank you
just
so much. I don't want to. I mean, come on, man.
Sit.
With a little persistence, the deputies get versions of what happened from both men.
Walk me through from the beginning what happened to you.
Okay, we went swimming. He was fine. We came back.
All I've been asking him to do is to help me clean our house. And he has refused. And he just gets drunk and dances around the property.
I vacuumed the floor. I wiped the floor. I swept the floor. He didn't like it. I said I wouldn't do it a second time.
Okay.
He was like, I already did it today. And so I just started sweeping again. And I was like, really? Do you mind just sweeping? I was like, no. And then he just started getting violent.
He be at me.
Faced with conflicting accounts, the deputies try to piece together what they've heard and make some sense of what happened here tonight.
So let me talk to you real quick.
Okay, hang tight, man.
Because medics are going to come.
Yeah. Is it bad?
Yeah, he's going to be here for sure.
Okay.
He's got marks on his face. He's alleging he was hit with a pipe in there. He's got marks. He's got cuts. And he's definitely been hit in the eye.
Okay.
It's clear.
Last time it looked that way as well, and it wasn't the case. He wound up hitting the dude with the pipe, and he hit him so much that the pipe wound up cutting his hand. So, like, he said the same exact thing last time. I don't know yet, so.
Gotcha.
Complicating matters is the fact that one of these cops, Deputy Bates, was the very one who arrested Carrie the last time, and it seems he's not the only one who remembers that fact.
What the man? I asked you help and you put me in jail. This is what happens. This is my blood everywhere.
Focus on tonight. What happened tonight? Tell him what
He
happened.
attacked me because I wouldn't sweep the floor the right way.
Okay. How did he attack you?
He attacked me with this.
Okay.
I'm bleeding. My blood is everywhere. He beat me. He said he was going to kill me. It was exactly like the last time. And I didn't press charges last time, and I don't want to press charges. He's not okay. He was Baker acted 3 weeks ago, and you wanted to put me in jail. He is not okay. It's not me, okay?
Florida's Baker Act allows for individuals to be involuntarily placed in a local hospital or crisis unit in some circumstances if they're determined to be a danger to themselves or others. But for now, the deputies are still trying to figure out the truth.
Okay, what happened to your eye?
He hit me in the face.
So why are you screaming, Ross?
Because I'm pissed at you guys because I went to jail last time because you said I beat him up.
Okay,
I had to defend myself.
Chill,
this time I did nothing. I didn't even defend myself. I let him hit me so I wouldn't go to jail.
Can we see your hands? Hey,
yes, you
come
can come in. Come in.
No, we're not coming in. Hey, come out here.
Come in. No, I'm not coming out.
You said you would sit here.
No, I'm not coming out. I don't trust you. I don't
here.
trust you. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. You come in.
Just sit here.
Take the
Sit.
pipe. I'm not.
Hey.
I'm not. I don't trust you.
Buddy,
I don't trust
you were
any
just
of
you were
I don't
just
trust
sitting
any
right
of you.
here.
I think you're gay bashing, and I'm not coming out.
Okay, so come sit right here so
I'm
the
scared of
medicine
you.
treat you.
I'm scared of
I'm
you.
not going to touch you, boss man. Come sit right here so the medicine
I'm scared of you.
Come sit right here, please. I'm not going to touch you.
But just as Carey begins to calm down, he catches sight of Deputy Bates again, and his fury returns.
You guys put me on the goddamn news. You ruined my. Your police report is bullshit and it's libelous, and you ruined 2 jobs that I had, Bates. So get away from me.
Sounds good.
Despite these resentments hanging in the air, Carey and Andrew seem to want the same thing, though in completely opposite ways.
He had his back turned to me, and then he turned around, and he was just like, ugh,
Okay.
and covered me with blood, sprayed it all over himself. He really needs help.
I'm sorry. Like you guys need to get it together. Like, he needs help.
Help of a sort does arrive, but when medics try to examine Carey's injuries, it becomes clear that his mistrust of the situation extends to them as well.
How you doing, sir?
I'm not okay. Okay, I was attacked.
I see that.
Okay, I'm not okay, and I'm not okay, and I'm not okay.
We got lights and stuff in the truck to bandage that up.
I'm just, please don't take me away from here.
Okay.
They kidnapped me. They took me away the last time, and I was attacked.
But it seems that tonight, at least, Andrew is the one in danger of being taken away by police.
All right, place your hands behind your back. Again, right now you're not under arrest. You're only being detained. All right, well, we'll kind of figure out what's going on, okay?
The EMTs, who have finished tending to the cut on Carey's hand, ask the deputies to clarify things they've heard at the scene.
He was saying, you gotta put him on the news? What the heck?
I didn't put him on the news. What's public information is not up to me. You know what I mean? Like,
What did he do to get put on the news?
hit him with a pipe.
What?
Hit himself on the finger last time too. So
Right, that's right.
it was on the thumb, and he did it as he was trying to attack him.
Guess he doesn't handle pipe very well.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm on. All right. Appreciate that, but yeah. I'll talk to you later, Doc. God, man.
Meanwhile, after the deputy notes his lack of visible injuries, Andrew grabs his attention.
There is one, additional one,
What?
on my shoulder,
On your shoulder? Which shoulder?
my right shoulder.
Okay.
If you pull it down,
Oh, yeah? Yeah, you got something there.
yeah.
What is that?
He struck me with a branch.
With the branch? All right.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Back with Carey, the deputies perform the same examination, but this one turns up a much different result.
Can you take your shirt off?
Sure, of course. Yeah, of course. And this time, because of what happened last time, when I defended myself, I didn't do anything back. So, but just so you know, this is what this looks like the last time he hit me, and I did nothing. That's from the last time, my friend.
What happened to your back?
So he hit me.
He hit you?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And so this is when
With
you
what?
knocked me out the last time, Bates, when you took me to jail. He did that to my head, knocked me out.
Okay.
So that's what they wouldn't treat me for. And then this thing, which is probably gone now.
These are from today?
Yes.
Yeah, they look fresh.
Okay. Yep.
The welts would seem to clarify the situation, but the police believe that the issues between these two men run deeper than either of them recognize.
Quite frankly, this is bull. Okay? The back and forth between you guys
Okay. Thanks.
is
comment, but I'm not going to talk to you if you're going to be disrespectful to me.
So what?
You don't get to be disrespectful
the back and
to
forth
me.
between you.
Here's the thing.
Like I said,
I don't
be
need to
direct
be
with you guys.
disrespectful.
Okay.
I understand the situation. I'm in a bad situation. Okay. Like you're not in a bad situation. I'm in a bad situation.
So he's getting
and I've asked for help from you guys, and you, Bates, were an asshole.
He's getting arrested.
Totally.
He's getting arrested. He's going to jail.
He shouldn't go to jail. He's in a mental case.
He's going to jail, and I'm going to contact the state attorney's office and tell him not to drop the charges because 5 days later, after the charges are dropped, you're back here you guys are back here doing this.
And so you're going to charge both of us.
So, no, he's going to be arrested.
He needs to go to a mental institution.
He's going to be arrested.
He needs to go to a mental institution.
Well.
And if it seems for a moment that there may be a chance to end this visit on a cordial note, those hopes are quickly dashed.
You are a victim today,
I am.
and for the fact that you were a victim, I'm sorry for what you went through, and I don't want to be unsympathetic to that.
I understand that.
But also, I'm also not going to be ignorant to the fact of how often we do this and how often we are here dealing with this same exact scenario.
And I'm not going to deal with your
between both of you.
So we're going to deal with that in a civil way. So you guys can leave my property.
As far as
Thank you so much.
Good
night.
As far as this RV goes,
yes,
I will be contacting code enforcement tomorrow morning.
That's not a problem.
To have it removed.
Thank you so much. You're excused. Thank you so much. And you were absolutely not helpful again. Thank you so much, Bates.
So you're not here to excuse me. You don't excuse me.
No, I'm excusing you.
So you can excuse me if you want.
I will call the hospital and I will call for an attorney. You guys need to be more sympathetic. This guy doesn't need to go to jail. He is not well. He will not do well in jail. He will not thrive. He could be killed.
He's going to jail. That's not an option.
You're making a bad call.
Okay.
As they walk back to the street, Deputy Bates voices concerns.
I don't feel good about this, just so you know. All right, so this is what's going to happen. All right, so you're going to go with me today. All right, you're going to go to jail. As of right now, you're detained. All right, or you're arrested. So based off the injuries that he has, okay.
Officer, they were literally all self-inflicted. I just stood back and he was thrashing himself everywhere, saying, either I'm dying or you're going to jail, all evening.
I understand what you're saying.
But if the deputy has any doubts about tonight's resolution, it doesn't translate into sympathy for Andrew.
He's doing it deliberately now, here in Florida, knowing
welcome to my bedroom.
I don't have any family
don't think
or
that me letting
friends
you
here
in here
or
is an
nowhere to
invitation for any
turn
funny stuff.
except to rely on
not
him.
that I have a problem
And I don't
with
know
funny
why
stuff.
the courts
Especially not if you really
understanding
like the
that.
person. But that isn't what I wanted to talk about. Today is, as they say in Spain, my cumpleaños. That's
Yes,
right,
you did.
my
And
birthday.
that's why
I'm
I
18
said,
today.
yes, you were right. But I let
These
my
are my
heart
girls
get
on
in
the
the way
San
of
Romero
reason.
cheer squad. We've gone to the Nationals 3 years in a
Jesus
row.
Christ.
But we haven't won yet. To keep my energy up, I eat lollipops. I know what you're thinking. I'm getting so
Before
fat.
long, the deputy
But they're
asked
so
Andrew about
young.
something interesting Carrie mentioned
This
earlier.
is my family.
What did he mean whenever he said to arrest me?
My older sister Cordelia won a
As what?
gold medal in riflery last year.
news.
And she has a lot of secret meetings with
It was
guys I
posted
think are
in,
college scouts.
the Village News.
My
the
little
Village's
sister Rosalind
News.
just got her license, which
So
makes
his
me kind of
mugshot
think the DMV are idiots.
And
My girlfriends say my dad is
description
a
of the
total
rest
dope.
was
But try as they
posted
might,
there
they could never come
online.
between him and my mom. She
So I
is
guess
so cool.
Marion County makes all
It's because of her, my sisters
mugshots
and I all
public
wear our
record.
vaginas proudly.
So
she
now
and my dad
mine
love
is
each
going to
other
be on that
so
same
much.
website now.
Speaking of true
Andrew
love,
soon makes
this
a
is my
shocking but
boyfriend.
unsubstantiated claim about his
Text me
partner,
up
but
how
it
much I
only
really
inspires
like
the
him.
deputy to ask a rather
My family's throwing me a
straightforward
birthday
question.
party after school.
I
Nick
guess he
is
never told
totally
you about the
freaked out
time
having
he
to meet my
killed an
family for the
adversary's
first time.
dogs.
But I'm even more
He said,
freaked
"I'll
out for
take
him
care
to
of
find
your
out about
dogs."
my family.
And he
Because
left
even though they're the
them
most
in
amazing
a
ever,
hot car,
some of our traditions are
and
a
the
little
dogs died.
unusual.
It is.
Nick's already
Are you
so
listening?
sweet to never complain about my ginormous
All I
fat
know
butt.
is the officers
If he
love to
finds
make
out
you
I'm the
do some
number one
crazy
world's
things.
biggest weirdo,
Andrew
might
Baldwin
not
was
stick
charged with
around.
aggravated battery, but Marion
I'd be
County
so
prosecutors
sad. I
ultimately
think I'd
decided not to
seriously cry
pursue
for-
the case, and the charge was dropped.
Here's Phil to tell you more.
No matter what I do. Let's see here. See, it's showing the wrong screen. Help! Let's try to reselect properly here. There. Okay. Stupid thing. Dumb thing. Okay. All right. So, this is the schedule. Don't you love tech? Anyway, let's actually get my webcam bigger, too. Okay. So, here is the schedule. All right? And, what I wanted to show you, because it was Sister Anime talking about, are we going to do like an indie game like Fast Food Simulator? Sister Anime really wants me to play Fast Food Simulator for some reason this week. So here's what we're looking at for the week. Did enough yesterday, all right? I've had enough. We got to move on. All right? Cool. All right. And it's hilarious. So for the record, the stupid screen that you guys saw was a Discord screen. It's all that is people who I've talked to over like the last 6 to 8 months on Discord. If you remember last year, I was reaching out to a ridiculous amount of people, and a ridiculous amount of people were reaching out to me to try to like cross over for content, to do interviews, to do all of this stuff. None of that is really pertinent today. As I've told you guys, I have no interest in doing any kind of like appearances on shows or anything right now. I'm not looking to do any interviews or whatever. So, because already people are trying to say, oh, you're talking to this person, you're talking to that person. No, I'm not. I'm not. You know, this was all stuff from time over the past, like I said, many months. I'm not actively looking to do anything in any regard like that, okay? I'm really not. Like, some people are like, oh, no, here we go, conspiracy theories, because my stupid capture device froze or whatever, and it showed you the people who I've talked to on Discord. Well, it doesn't matter. None of that is pertinent, okay?
Do not let the fire zombies touch the dynamite.
So, hint, hint. So, hint, hint. So, hint, hint.
Save the pig! What the heck? A pig with a party hat. Hello, Mr. Piggy. Ziggy Piggy. Save the pig, the game. The whole game you're trying to save the pig's life. Help!
We still got some time. We still got like 20 plus minutes. And guys, again, it would sure be great to get some contributions today, to get us heading towards our goals. You know, again, keep in mind, you guys said you didn't want a DSP Tries It this week. I had it lined up. It was going to be Panda Express or it was going to be Wendy's. And you guys said, no, don't do that. You said, we want something different. So we are doing something different. Oh, by the way, they do have that Girl Scouts Thin Mints Frosty now at Wendy's. They've added it. I just checked the menu. It's there now.
Fast food, right? Fast food is healthy.
Please support the stream. Right now, we're not even at our 1/3 of our goal yet. All right, and this is not good. Last night we didn't hit it either. Let's get some momentum going. Let's get some subs over on Kick. Let's get some memberships on YouTube, some super chats, and some tips. Let's get a little bit of everything. Let's have everyone do one of something. Doesn't even matter the size. Let's just get one of each kind of contribution. Come on, let's get it rolling, all right?
No.
First stream we did, this time we didn't. If you're watching this on demand and you can make it to one of these streams, please support it. This is exactly what I was worried about. And people say, yes, we love your Yakuza playthroughs. Well, and then I play it, and okay, didn't hit a goal again, so we'll see what happens. All right, guys, but thank you, and I'll see you next time.
Should we get going?
All right.
Tips, where are they?
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna be honest. Yes, I'm disappointed. Of course I am. You think I'm not gonna be disappointed when I was worried the entire time, saying when I play this game we're not gonna hit goals, and now here we are the second time playing the game and we're not hitting goals. So of course I'm disappointed. You know, I am, and I'm sorry. The game has 7,000 cutscenes, and it's tough to get through them. Now at least we'll be heading into a part of the game that hopefully won't have that, but you know, I don't know what to say. So now, once again, makes me worry about playing Suikoden next month, which I want to do. Now, I'll tell you right now, there's no fucking way I'm playing Monster Hunter. There's no way in hell. If people ask me to play this and I'm playing it and we don't hit goals, there's no way I'm playing Monster Hunter. That is completely out of the question now.
Oh my god, he's drinking toxic toilet juice.
So, tonight, we're doing Avowed, okay? And again, yes, it makes me nervous. How is Avowed gonna do? Because, oh, my camera froze. My camera turned off at one point. Look at this. When did this happen? Well, I guess I'll try to get it working again. Yeah, this makes me nervous because, obviously, we have some RPGs now in the rotation. And the question is, are all RPGs just gonna flop now? What the hell? The camera turned on and froze. Look at that. It froze. Oh my god, this fucking piece of shit. I guess I gotta unplug and replug again. Like, no lie, everything was working. And because of one loose cable earlier, I think all this is fucked up now. I'm serious. I think that's what it is. I think that the loose cable has screwed up my whole setup. So hold on here. Let me turn off the, let me turn off this camera here.
As I've said many times, you know, people will get what's coming to them. It's called karma.
Hey, I'll be honest, yeah. I am disappointed, okay? Why am I disappointed? Because I've been saying all along, I don't think that the whole issue with RPGs is over, okay? Just being honest, I don't think so. I think, for some reason, now my audience just doesn't like RPGs, even though I do. You know, I just can't get people to show up and engage and support with RPGs. It sucks. Now, listen, I agree with you that the cutscenes are excessive in this game. I get it. We're going to get past that part, though. Like, this is the intro when it is that bad. But ultimately, these games do get better over time. And I think that once we get past this intro segment, the game will actually be significantly better. But now, here's the thing. So, we got Yakuza in the rotation. If every time I play it, we don't hit the goal, that's bad. We got Avowed, and I'm playing that tonight. Is that going to do the same thing? Right? Will we hit the goal for Avowed tonight or not? I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't think we will. I think it's going to be a chill stream, but I don't think we're going to actually hit the goal tonight for Avowed. All right? Maybe I'm wrong. I would like to hit the goal for Avowed, but I don't see it bringing a lot of butts to seats, as they say. You know what I mean?
I don't know if you want to call it karma or whatever. I don't know. But it just seems like, to me, it's just a pattern that's followed me along the 14 years I've been a content creator. You know what I'm saying?
In fact, I kept telling you guys, I don't know if Avowed will even stay as a playthrough. We may actually just end up moving past it anyway, right? Now, continuing forward, right? The Suikoden collection. I'm huge on those games. They're classics from the 90s. I want to play it. Is it going to work? I don't think so. And it sucks. I don't want to just play action games. Do you understand me? I don't just want to play Call of Duty, Street Fighter, and Dark Souls, or another action game. I want to play a variety of games. And you know, quite frankly, here we go. Quite frankly, there aren't a lot of great games out right now. There are some games that are going to be coming out shortly, but a lot of the games coming up, are going to be RPGs. So what am I to do? You know, honestly, what am I to do?
I need to make some good money. I'm not really getting anywhere with this.
I don't know. But like I was telling you, I don't want to play another Dark Souls game again. We literally just did Bloodborne, and then we did Dark Souls 1, and then we did the Elden Ring Night Rain beta. I don't want to keep playing FromSoft games nonstop. You know? I just don't get it. I just don't understand why people don't support certain games. I really don't. And this is one of them. These RPGs people will not support for some bizarre reason. I just don't get it.
Some money. I need money.
All right, well, that's 2 straight streams. We didn't even come close to hitting the goals. Last night was $50. This one was 80. That's not a good sign. All right. Let's see what happens on the late stream tonight. I would hope that we will get some people who will come and support tonight on the late stream who were not here on these earlier streams. You know, for those of you who were here and supported, thank you. I understand that you guys cannot carry every single stream. Like, Dumpy Koala here, you know, helping out and gifting these members or the subs. But I know that Dumpy Koala can't carry every stream. You know, so I'm not expecting that. I'm not angry.
I had to lie about things because I had to protect my ego.
At someone like that. But I wonder where are the people who say, oh yeah, go ahead and play it. You should play what you like. That's what really gets me. The people who say play what you like. Just play what you like. Don't worry. Well, I have to worry. I have to literally worry. Because this is what happens when I play what I like. All right. Let's see what happens tonight. I hope you'll come back for Avowed. A chill stream around 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Tomorrow we're doing multiplayer. It looks like there's no Lego stream in sight since we're not hitting any goals. So tomorrow is probably going to be Call of Duty paired with probably Marvel vs. Capcom 2, since it doesn't look like we're doing the Lego stream. I mean, I would hope we do the Lego stream by Thursday night, but at this rate, we might not do it then either. I don't know. I hope things turn around, okay? All right, everyone. Well, I'll see you tonight for Avowed, and we'll go from there, all right? All right. Peace out. Thanks for chilling with me, because it was a fun stream, despite the fact that there's too many cutscenes. It was still a fun stream.
I need that money to pay my bills. I need that money. I really do. I need that money to pay my bills. Guilt tripping would be, oh, well, don't you guys understand that if you don't tip, all this is going to come apart. I'm not going to make content anymore. I'm going to lose my home. That's guilt trip. Is basically saying because you're not doing something to help, you're purposely hurting me. All right? There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone, just gone like that. In an instant, fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. I eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. It's the guy who just doesn't get reality.
Robsgate gets worse. It looks like some 5080s are affected as well. We've got lots of other news topics to talk about today, including 50 series leaks, AMD 9070 series leaks, all sorts of things. But anyway, let's start with this. So this is in the context of the missing ROPs on the 5090 and 5070 Ti that was indeed confirmed by NVIDIA. However, they did not mention any 5080s in this official statement. But we do now have a Redditor showing GPU-Z screenshots of 8 missing ROPs on their 5080, and that's the same issue that we've seen on these other products. If you want to check your own, you download Tech PowerUp's GPU-Z utility from Tech PowerUp's website directly. It should have 112 ROPs. If you are missing 8 of those, you would report 104, and that means you have this problem. It's the same way you identify the issue on the 5070 Ti or 5090. Again, these are what they should have. If you have 8 less, you have this problem. Again, NVIDIA did officially confirm the issue on the 5090 and 5070 Ti, but this is now showing up on at least one 5080. So, how much farther does this go? Remember, NVIDIA claimed the issue was affecting 0.5% of 5090s and 5070 Ti's, that would be 1 out of every 200, and they claimed the average graphical performance impact is 4%, with no impact to AI and compute workloads. However, we now have some independent testing of a 5070 Ti with the missing ROPs, showing an up to 11% lower performance in synthetic tests. Now, up to 11% isn't an average, meaning NVIDIA could very well be correct that the average result is 4%. However, that doesn't mean individual things couldn't show a larger impact. Specifically, I think it's also likely that they are averaging the 5090 results with the 5070 Ti results. And the thing is, if you are missing 8 out of 176 ROPs, that's a different percentage of your total ROPS than if you're missing 8 out of 96, which is the 5070 Ti situation. Again, 5080 would be missing 8 out of 112. In other words, the less ROPS you have, when you subtract 8 of them, you have lost a larger percentage of the total, and the overall performance impact could be larger. All of that is incredibly frustrating when the suggested solution is to contact your board manufacturer. So like if you have an Asus product, contact Asus. If you have MSI, contact MSI, Gigabyte, etc. But the issue is, do they have any supply to give you a replacement in a timely manner? Because you might be out of your GPU for who knows how long, given current supply shortages, and if they just offer you a refund, you can't currently buy these cards at their MSRP. So if you were lucky enough to get one, now you're maybe out of luck, and as I mentioned in my last video about this, I think I'm going to be suspicious of third-party market cards, because I wonder how many people with this issue are going to resort to selling theirs on the third-party market to unload it, get the inflated price back for it, and then just go out and maybe buy a replacement, or maybe not if they ended up regretting the purchase or whatever. But I would be suspicious of the third-party market. I think this was a big thing that happened when we were having the Intel CPU issues, where people with the faulty 13th, 14th gen chips that had degraded, I was a little scared of the third-party market on those. Anyway, so that's the update on that, and I really, I wish NVIDIA would do something a little more than this, because there's also something I can't say is, I could confirm an issue, but I've seen a lot of people suspicious about this, and it is rather suspicious how fast NVIDIA not only responded with an official statement on this, but with specific percentage numbers and exactly which models were affected. And this was back when people had, to my knowledge, only reported the issue on 5090s. And then we did get people confirming the issue on 5070 Ti's, but to my knowledge, that was after the NVIDIA statement on the 5090s. Now, maybe people had contacted them, they were aware internally, but the point is, when were they aware of this? Because again, they had the stats on this pretty quick. So were they aware of this and shipped anyway? And it's like a cost-benefit analysis of, well, let's ship some defective products, and the cost of the amount of people who will actually bother to go through an RMA process is not going to be as expensive as if we just like lost this shipment or something like that. I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but I don't like that math on that, because it also damages the reputation of NVIDIA with their quality assurance and how they take care of customers. So I really don't like this. It would be nice if they're aware of what batch of cards had the issue, if there is any way we could get serial numbers and issue an actual like recall statement where users are contacted and given the option of replacing it, rather than having to be somebody who happens to monitor sites that report on this kind of thing or watch videos like mine. Because a lot of people just buy their graphics card and tune out of the tech hardware space because they already made their purchasing decision. Anyway, I don't like this. Now, let's move on to some other topics. How about 5070 leaks? That's the next 50 series GPU. We're expecting reviews out in a couple of weeks. But that doesn't mean that as soon as reviewers have results, they don't accidentally run a synthetic benchmark with the upload to the online database button checked. Because we have a 5070 result showing up in Blender. So Blender benchmark for the RTX 5070 puts it just barely ahead of the 4070 Super. Do keep in mind that this is a single result for the 5070 versus an average result for 4070 Supers running on various systems. So this is not the same as like a careful independent third-party review running both cards on exactly the same setup. That being said, if you divide these to get the average uplift, it's only 1.7% faster than a 4070 Super. That's not a massive upgrade. However, the 4070 Super was a $600 MSRP, and the 5070 has a $550 MSRP, so at least there's that. But we've all seen how much MSRP is meaning, at least at launch. Hopefully in a few months things are way better, but yeah. Anyway, what if we compare it against the non-Super 4070, which did eventually have its MSRP reduced to $550? Well, if we average that comparison point, 4070s averaging this, we then get a 21% generational uplift. So basically, 5070 versus 4070 looks like about a 20.5, 20.6% generational uplift, but versus the 4070 Super, which has been available at a similar pricing for a year now, less than 2% uplift. Now, this is actually very similar to what NVIDIA has officially claimed ever since the announcement. This performance graph, when you ignore the multi-frame gen versus not multi-frame gen, I would say misleading bar graphs, and look at the apples to apples comparisons, 5070 versus 4070, this is, if you pixel count it, about a 20% performance uplift. So they're claiming on their official claims about a 20% uplift, and our leaked open data on Blender is also showing about a 20% generational uplift. We have another leak corroborating similar numbers. This is, I found reported at Tom's Hardware. By the way, all my sources will be linked in the video description. Is showing that the RTX 5070 benchmarks show mixed results against a 4070 Super, 18% slower than a 5070 Ti, still around 20% faster than the base 4070. And this is not just reporting on the same Blender thing I just showed you. This is a Geekbench result showing OpenCL and Vulkan scores. So basically, all of these leaks so far are just corroborating NVIDIA's claims, and these claims for other cards like the 5070 Ti, 5090, 5080 have all been within a couple percent of the general third-party review consensus. So this gives you a pretty good idea of what to expect. Again, if you look at that relative to the 4070 and 4070 Super, if we take the 4070 at Tech PowerUp's relative performance chart and go up about 20%, well, where does that put you? It puts you within the ballpark of like a 3080 Ti, a 3090, a little bit slower than a 4070 Ti. It puts you a little bit ahead of a 4070 Super, which is about 16% faster than a 4070. So in general, it's looking like, at least in rasterized performance, or even just when you're not comparing multi-frame gen versus non-multi-frame gen, it's looking like the 5070 is likely to actually be slower than a 4070 Ti. So the new 50 Series 70 class might not beat the 4070 Ti version. Just to put that in context, it'll be close. And again, it's looking to be only a couple percent faster than the 4070 Super. That's a bit rough, but that is where we're looking at. And again, it is in line with NVIDIA's performance claim here. If the MSRP actually sticks at $550, that's at least maybe still somewhat interesting in the current market. But we'll also have to see what AMD does, because we're expecting the 90 series to be somewhat competitive with the 5070 and 5070 Ti, at least from a naming standpoint. So probably also a pricing standpoint, we'll have to see. Now, in other NVIDIA news, their NVIDIA app has received an update. The main update seems to be a DLSS override new model update. So in the newer NVIDIA app, you can now, on any RTX GPU, override older versions of DLSS with newer versions, similar to what you can do with like DLSS Swapper as a third-party tool, but this is an NVIDIA official version in their NVIDIA app, although it has to be in whitelisted games, so you can't do this in every game, just the games that they have confirmed it works well and give you that option. Anyway, there's a new DLSS model here. The interesting thing is this might mean that as soon as there's new DLSS models available, they've been trained and they're ready to go, but maybe haven't made it into any actual games yet, NVIDIA can release those through this NVIDIA app, which is kind of interesting. So that's a cool feature. Now, speaking of driver level features, how about we jump into some AMD news? It's claimed by videocards.com, although this is very much in the leak side of things, so you have to take that for how much do you trust this source. I'll give my thoughts on that in a second. The claim is that AMD is preparing Fluid Motion Frames version 2.1. We already have a 2.0 version, and they are claiming that this will support not just the 90 series cards, it will support the 6000 and 7000 series as well. So basically, if you were using AFMF 2.0, 2.1 should work as well. Now, remember AFMF, at least if you're not familiar with this is driver level frame generation. So similar to what like lossless scaling does, except it's done through AMD's driver software and it uses its own algorithm. So, different, it's not the same thing, but that's the idea. You're applying frame generation to games that don't have any frame generation built into them, which has its trade-offs in the image quality. The claim here is that this will deliver better image quality for the generated frames. Now, the source for this is VideoCards themselves. They are making this claim saying that this has been presented to media, and this is coming immediately after their leaked benchmarks for the 9000 series. I reported on these, was that yesterday? I lose track of time. Anyway. So AMD, sorry, I can't speak. Videocards.com claimed to have AMD's press release that had been given to press, but was still under embargo, and claimed to have access to it. That's where they're making the performance claims, and that is also where they're claiming that this information about AFMF 2.1 is coming from. So, if you trusted these performance claims, you would probably also trust them on this. And generally, when videocards.com has cited their own internal sources, I would say their track record has been good. Remember that videocards.com also publishes, because I was seeing people's reaction to whether they trust these performance numbers for the 9000 series, saying that, well, videocards.com posts all sorts of nonsense from a variety of quality of sources. But remember, there's a big difference between when videocards.com is reporting on, here's a tweet that happened, make of it what you will, and when they're claiming that they have sourced this document themselves. So a lot more of their own reputation is on the line when they say they have sourced it themselves, rather than just reporting on a tweet somebody made somewhere and just saying, make of that tweet what you will, right? Anyway, so do keep that in mind when you're evaluating that source.
Fucking
Also,
giant
videocards.com is reporting that a 9070 XT gaming OC version has been reported boosting up to 3.24 gigahertz, apparently on a Linux benchmark. Now, they're actually gathering this information from Tomasz Goransky on Twitter, where it's showing this these stats. Now, why would they be doing this on Linux? Well, Linux got an updated RDNA 4 driver before those are publicly available. Now, I haven't tested this out myself, but theoretically, there are a lot of 9070 and 9070 XT graphics cards out in the wilds. They have been on store shelves, although not technically available for sale, since like mid-January at least. So if you had one of those and could load it up on Linux, and Linux kernel had been updated with some RDNA 4 support, theoretically you could test some things out. Anyway, he's saying it drawing 329 watts at that, which is above the leaked figures for, I think, 304 watts as being official, but if this is a gaming OC version, a lot of times those have increased power limits. Anyway, 3.24 gigahertz, definitely some big numbers, so hopefully that means big performance. Now, in other news, we are seeing some issues going on with AMD as well. Apparently, there have been widespread failures of 9800X3D gaming CPUs, but apparently it's most common on ASRock motherboards. So this then begs the question, is this an issue with the 9800X3D, or is this an issue with something that's going on with ASRock motherboards specifically, or are there two different problems happening? I found this at WCCF Tech, but they are referencing a Reddit thread, which is an aggregate of, on the ASRock forums, just trying to create a mega thread because these issues are becoming so common. Although apparently, if you read through this, the exact behavior can be very different. So some are CPU deaths where they just seem DOA, some die within hours, days, or weeks, some deaths seem to be during active use, while others occur in attempted post or boot. There's, anyway, some reports of being able to revive it with a BIOS flashback, but other people not having that being a solution that actually works for them. So I don't know what exactly to make of this, because I have a 9800X3D, but I'm not experiencing this issue. So I can't really give any personal data on what's going on here. If this does become a wider spread issue, hopefully maybe somebody like Gamers Nexus with more access to more resources and time and whatnot, could do something with this. Maybe ASRock or AMD or somebody could give an official statement. So anyway, that's where we're at with this. Just be aware that this is apparently an issue. That's not great. Hopefully this doesn't turn into a massive problem. Like I said, apparently now it is more limited, but is getting big enough that they're starting to post a mega thread at ASRock subreddit to start to gather all of these reports. Now, on the X3D chip side of things though, there is a leaked benchmark showing the 9950 X3D equivalent to performance with the 9950X. However, because this is synthetic benchmarking, this isn't the kind of thing where the 3D Vcache tends to pay off. In other words, it's gaming workloads where the 3D Vcache parts tend to really shine. And if you're doing more of just synthetic CPU stress tests,